together, 'cause in the end we can make it all right. We got to brave the weather through all of the storms.
All right, Kevin McCullough, glad to have you with us. Shot of Manhattan. It's a beautiful spring week for us. A little cloudy today. We've got maybe some showers moving in this afternoon, but I'll take the 70s and the cooler and, the comfortable, nearly perfect temperatures every day. We don't get them anywhere near every day, so I'll take them when we have them. That's for sure. Kevin McCullough is my name. Glad to have you with us. 888-589-8840, 888-589-8840. The judge in Pennsylvania said yesterday that people like he, who are going to embrace these new sexual unions and call them marriage and believe that they're the moral equivalent of marriage, that they're better than the product of those old laws. What's he talking about? The marriage laws. Laws that say marriage is a man and a woman. What does that produce? That produces the miracle of childbirth. That's kind of interesting. So this judge thinks he's more impressive than the miracle of a baby being made. Wow. On the creator's scale of misproportionately assigned self-aggrandizement, he seems to have a rather large view of how important he is. 888-589-8840. And then I've also got this judge who said that these laws all belong on the ash heap of history, which, of course, if they had been on the ash heap of history, many people would not even be here. When you think about that. If past civilizations had said, yep, we're just going to go all homo behavior all the time, eventually civilizations would have died off. And today, outside of extremely artificial invasion, you would still have that effect. So it's kind of interesting. 888-589-8840. Let's talk to Hugh in West Virginia. Hi, Hugh. Welcome.
Hello, Kevin. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Oh, good.
That's good.
I think the AFA's problem is the power they lost. It's all a power thing.
Yeah. Well, I didn't ask what your opinion of AFA's problem was. What's the view towards what happened in Pennsylvania? Was it right?
Yes.
Why was it right? Why does one judge have the right to override 90% of the population of the state?
Because if 90% of the population want to do something that's unconstitutional, a judge has the right to say so.
And Hugh, why is it constitutional to give marriage status to people who make a choice to have sex with people who are of the same sex as they are? What makes that? How is that even a constitutional issue?
Straight people can marry. Gay people should be able to marry too.
Gay people can marry, Hugh. Hugh, hold on a second. There's nothing preventing you as a homosexual man
to marry another man.
Hugh, there is nothing prevent. Well, then you're not asking for marriage. See, you want to take something else and make it marriage, but it's not marriage. Look,
yes,
Hugh, go do whatever you want, Hugh. I don't care. Drop a contract. You and George get together, sign your name. Agree to give each other whatever you want to give over the course of your life, and hospital visitation and inheritance and everything. You go do that. I'm not stopping you. But why do you want to change an institution called marriage?
It's not an institution. If the law is what defines marriage.
No, the ingredients define marriage.
Marriage is both the civil and a church thing.
Right. Hugh, stop reading your Democratic talking points for a second and try thinking for a little bit. Marriage is made up of certain ingredients. And in order for a marriage to occur, you have to have, in the eyes of the universe, you have to have three things involved. You have to have a man, you have to have a woman, and God. And then you have a commitment for a lifetime. And that's what marriage has always been. The fact that we've attached a legal contract to it doesn't really change the core essence of what it is. You want to take sand and put it in a recipe for cake instead of flour and still call it cake. Go have fun with that, Hugh. It ain't cake.
You're wrong.
How am I wrong? Have you tried baking a cake with sand?
You're not wrong about that. You're wrong about what we need for marriage. First of all, we don't need God.
What do you believe marriage is? What do you believe marriage is, Hugh?
Marriage is a union. Basically, it's a contract. It's a union between two people that are committed to each other.
How is that union defined?
Let me finish. It doesn't matter whether the two people are two men, two women, or a man and a woman.
Can it be three people?
I think it could.
Okay.
I think
can it be relatives? Can it be relatives? Can it be you and your little brother?
Is the ideal situation.
Hugh, can it be you and your little brother?
No, because that would
Why
be
not?
incest.
But so?
I can't even have sex with my little brother.
What?
I don't.
But
have
why?
A little brother, but
why? That's just some.
That's incest, and because.
Why? But why is that a problem, Hugh? You're not going to have children created out of that situation. Why can't you have sex with your little brother and marry your little brother? If the only criteria is you love each other, then why can't you do that?
Kevin, wake up and smell the coffee.
Explain to me an objective reason why you and your little brother can't get married.
Brothers often have sex. It happens much more than you would like to admit.
All right,
now,
so you're admitting that that's the case. Then why shouldn't those brothers be given the same right as you and your barstool buddy?
Maybe later on they could.
Oh, okay, so you're okay with that. So there should be no limitations to anything regarding anything about marriage except two people that say they love each other.
I'm not reflectively against it because out of fear.
Nobody else is either. Actually, really learned people for centuries have studied this, and we, as multiple societies and generations of societies have come to learn, marriage actually has a very distinct value to a nation.
Kevin, you and the people like you are bitter old men that are whining about the power they lost.
I'm half your age, pal. What do you know? And why do you care?
You're already a bitter old man. I feel for you.
Okay. All right. I'm bitter. Yeah, and you're just the picture of joy, Hugh. And I'm always so thrilled when you express it.
And you're whining about the power that you lost, and you're not going to get it back.
I'm not whining about power because I don't care about power. I don't have any power, and I don't want any power. All the power I need is found in the one that I put my trust in.
No,
Hugh, that's how little you understand about me.
The power you're after is the power you exercise for your 15 minutes of fame over the radio. And it's probably not going to last that much longer. Because I predict, I'll make a prediction that you're going to end up in some kind of scandal and embarrass AFA and get kicked out. That's a prediction. I don't have any proof or anything, but that's a prediction.
Well, a lot of people have said as much about me in the past, so I don't know what you're. Whatever. I mean, do you think that of everyone that says that marriage is a good thing?
If they say it as a reflex and as a
what am I reflexing against, you?
Fanatical belief in.
Why is it fanatical to see? Oh, okay. So anybody that has faith is likely to be involved in scandal, is what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
You said superstition. You just called my faith superstitious.
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with a scandal. That's an entirely different point. I made the point. I don't have proof. I just made a prediction. My prediction could be true or false. I just made the prediction.
Yeah, I heard. And
okay. So now we can go on to something else, which is the judge's ruling, which is right. You're a bitter old man whining about the power that you lost. And the power I'm talking about is the power you have over people and the power, the political power. The abortion thing is the same thing. You no longer, the laws are made by old white men who are ensconced in power.
Which is what you are. I don't understand your self-loathing in that regard. Hugh, let me ask.
I don't loathe myself.
Old white man?
Just because I'm an old white man doesn't say I'm a bitter old white man.
So you're okay. You're okay with a child being summarily executed for no reason.
Children are not summarily executed for no reason.
How do you know? Did you follow any of the details of the Kermit Gosnell story?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, I wasn't. I didn't camp on.
And you know that on more than one occasion, the children came out of those abortive procedures alive.
No, I didn't know. And
they did.
I don't know.
And they slit throats of children that did come out alive so that they would no longer be alive.
Well, I don't believe that. And just
okay, well, you go do you go do a 10% of amount of research on it, and you'll find that that's true. And I would strongly encourage you to go to liveaction.org and see what Planned Parenthood clinics themselves tell women that come in when they were taped undercover. I mean, Hugh, you can keep your eyes blinded for as long as you want. You can accuse me of going to drag someone down into a scandal, blah blah blah. What you can make? How long has it been since you stopped beating your wife, Hugh? I mean, that game can be played by any number of people. At the end of the day, you're going to have to decide: is there a God, and does it matter? And that's the thing that you've not come to an issue with yet.
Decided that there is no God, and it wouldn't matter anyway.
All right.
There isn't. So,
well, you made a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction. At some point, we're going to have this conversation again, and the known that is unknown now will be known. And I hope and pray for you, Hugh, that you've made the right decision by that point.
Well, if I haven't, then we're not going to have this conversation, are we?
So that whatever helps you sleep at night.
You're such a clown. I love to. I love to.
You call me a clown, and then but you come on and insult me and tell me I'm going to drag my existence into a scandal. What is it? Am I a good guy? Am I a decent guy? Or am I a horrible guy?
That's because you're so easy to insult. You're
no.
I like you because you keep me laughing.
I know. That's what you've said many times, but I'm okay with that because I don't have any. Because contrary to what you said, I don't have any vanity about anything. You said that I lost power. I don't have power. I never had power. I don't view myself as someone that has power. I view myself that has a very strong belief system, and I'm very passionate about what I know to be true. So that's where it comes from.
You have power too, because
I don't have
the
any
power
power
you have is the
I have zero power, Hugh. If you perceive me to have power, then you're perceiving something that is incorrect. The only power in the universe that I am aware of is the one that I put my trust in, and that's the only power that's necessary. Because He's promised He'll be all things that I need.
Except you're forgetting the power you have over people over your radio program.
I don't have any power over people. Hugh, these people they're not hypnotized. They think for themselves. Just like you say you do.
I think half of them are hypnotized.
I don't think. Well, okay, if you can produce proof of that, maybe that's the great scandal. Kevin secretly hypnotizes his entire radio audience every single day.
I didn't say the entire.
It's the magic words of Duck, Duck, Goose.
You don't hypnotize me, Kevin.
I know that.
Well,
Hugh, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. We're gonna move along. It is. Good to have you with us. What we were talking about was the marriage ruling in Pennsylvania yesterday. Let's go to Sean in Michigan. Hi, Sean.
Hello, Kevin. Hey, did you get my email follow up about the AIDS patients not being required to identify or announce to their partner about their infection?
It sounds familiar, but Sean, to be candid, I get like 1,200 emails a day over 6 different email accounts, so I'm not sure that I did.
Okay. Yeah, I did follow up on that. Actually, I went down to the Planned Parenthood, and they were locked up, and the lady that talked to me couldn't confirm or deny. But I did hear when I came home today, you're talking about
the Pennsylvania marriage case, right? What did you want to say about that? We're short on time.
Talking about the blasphemy, and I just I wanted to compliment you on that. I haven't heard anybody tap onto that. About the marriage case. Now that I heard earlier on AFR that we had a judge do the same thing here in Michigan, but we have a new surprise. We have a stand-up attorney general that has appealed it. So praise God for that.
Well, and I hope that perhaps that's what will happen in Pennsylvania. We'll have to wait and see. 888-589-8840. Let's go to Tony in North Carolina. Hi, Tony.
Hello, Kevin. Thank you for taking my call. I'll
sure
make
thing.
it brief, but I'll be as quick as I can. I know we're coming up towards the end. I think your previous caller, I think the number one question came up 2 callers ago is, what do you believe in? Do you believe in God? And if you do you believe in His Word?
Right.
If you're going to change the definition of something, then you can change it to whatever you want. You can change it to Farmer Brown and his old gray mule if you want to. And a question that goes in my mind a lot is, how close are we, if we keep having judges that rule this way and make decisions, how close are we to forcing the church, you will marry them because it's law?
Tony, I have a direct answer for that. It's the very next thing in line. What happened in Canada and what happened in the Scandinavian countries, where as soon as the laws were changed, hate crimes were extended to take into account anything that a pastor said. And there are Canadian pastors that are sitting in prison right now for simply reading the text of Romans from their pulpit. That's where we're headed. Don't know if it's a bad thing, because sometimes the church thrives when it's under persecution. Go back and read your history. Evidently, I'm a power-hungry, bitter old man on AFA today, on AFR Talk, and I'll be back with you to be more bitter and old and angry tomorrow. Kevin McCullough. Brian Fisher, Focal Point, is on the way next.